Are you willing to die for this? And if you're not, then, look, don't even get started. If you don't have the discipline, don't even get started. You're just you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money.
Today, I am joined with my good friend Tulam, founder and CEO of Ronin Tactics, with over 23 years of experience in the Special Forces. Tulam has combined the Bushido teachings and the Bushido code with his Special Forces training and applied that to business and entrepreneurship. He runs one of the most successful tactical supplies in the United States. And today he's talking about how he does that and how he can apply, and you can apply, his teachings into business and entrepreneurship. Today's video was made possible at Mulliganbrothers.com, where if you follow the link in the description, you can get the Inspire Change t-shirts and hoodies, but also the brand new Memento mori poster is now available. It is a life poster that has 80 years on there with tiny little squares, and each square represents a week of your life. I have mine filled in to 30 years, and every single week I cross one off, reminding me how important time is. I looked at that poster the other day and realized that one day there is a box on there that I will not shade in, and I cannot for certain know which box that is, but it reminds me that I need to live this life to the fullest of its potential. So if you want to be reminded that you are going to die, head over to Mulliganbrothers.com to buy the poster. I know that sounds morbid, but it is a very, very useful tool for success. But before that, Tulam, founder and CEO of Ronin Tactics, talking about entrepreneurship and business and using his teachings to do that. Let's dive into the video.
Well, when we were young, and I can only speak for me, not everybody's the same, but I can speak for me is, when we were young, we were given certain expectations of how life should be, from our parents. And these people are, look, they love us, but they give us expectations. If you're smarter, you'll make a lot more money. If you choose this job industry, you'll make more. Are you stupid to go down that route? You're not going to make enough money to survive. How many times, The thing is this. If you want to be an entrepreneur, then you have to plan. Second, what is your skill? What's your skill in being an entrepreneur? Where you're going to just blindly step into an industry that you have no knowledge of? So you have to have a skill. So the thing is, look, people ask me, what's the key to success? The key to success is developing a set of skills that become so natural to you that people will pay you for the set of skills. Right? So when you talk about, being an entrepreneur and worrying about money and stuff like that, well, you have to properly plan. And people, look, I came from the military. We don't make very much money in the military. I had to plan. I had to save money. I had to take jobs that I really didn't want to do just to move in that direction for a belief. Right, so some people, they want to be, an artist, let's just say an artist. And they're willing to sleep in their cars. They're willing to go days without eating, right? So to me, it's just about that. Are you willing to die for this? And if you're not, then, look, don't even get started. If you don't have the discipline, don't even get started. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money. Right, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, first is that, first you need to come up with a good business plan, and that's built off of intelligence. And you can do that for free. Social media, you need to build a brand, that's free. Right, I didn't have very much money when I started my entrepreneurship. I took my whole savings and I placed it on a thought. So that's the thing, is that you have to believe in it, but don't go in there blindly. You have to look at the intelligence, right? So that's what I say to the entrepreneurs is first, what do you want? What are you good at? Because if you make a lot of money and you're good at this, but you don't want it, you never wanted this, then it's work. It's work. So you're telling me you're going to a job that you hate based off on a vision of what you perceive as happiness, which is external. If I have a nicer car, bigger house, nicer clothes, right? You go off of a vision externally. So the thing is, being an entrepreneur, you have to know what's important for you. What are you good at? And if you're not good at anything, well, you have to develop a set of skills, right? You know, when I was in the Special Forces, you know, I did a lot of reconnaissance stuff. And I was learning, you know, photography. When I first started Operation Intelligence in Special Forces to learn that level of intelligence, we had to learn film. And we were developing 35 millimeter film in the field with a rain jacket on. And they extract that information by an airplane. The technology back then was very old. And then through the process of years, we started understanding Photoshop and digital cameras. And there's a certain point I had to go to California and learn Photoshop and video editing because I had to go in these foreign countries and do reconnaissance. I had to learn how to compress the files. I had to learn how to de-interlace analog video. I had to freeze frame, de-interlace it, and I had to compress it and send it back through satellites or whatever means is covert. So when I got out of the military, I was going around the United States and I was teaching Budo. And literally my wife was holding the camera and I was talking about shutter speed. I was talking about ISO and composition and all that because I learned all that in the military. Musashi, the Book of Five Rings. From one thing, know 1,000 things. So I took that one thing and that's what I used. I used it to grow social media, to grow awareness, and through that I grew a brand. I was able to take an idea, a merchandise, a piece of equipment, and be able to film it and edit it and put it on video. That's so powerful, you know, to be able to market yourself. Because only you know your standards. Only you would know how things should look based off on your vision of your company, right? So another thing is to be hands-on, right? And be willing to do multiple things. You know, I'm the CEO, I don't need to go in, I don't need to do. I'm on the floor cutting materials with my employees. So is my wife. And that's what people don't see is like, being an entrepreneur is being willing to do whatever it takes to achieve this vision that you have. Be willing to endure all the hate, the jealousy. Be willing to endure it all, the doubts, the naysayers, and walk your journey. Because you know what, in the end, it's your journey. It's your journey. So why not believe in yourself enough and be an entrepreneur? Invest in yourself, right? And that's, to me, that's the American dream, is to be able to do that. And that's what the fabric of this country.
One thing you said quite a few times, the word artist has come up a lot. I think it's definitely something a lot of entrepreneurs are not embracing. I just wondered what the importance is of becoming an artist.
Oh man, an artist has vision, talent. He sees things without physically it being present. You know, a car, you know, before a car, a person had to see that. You know, to be able to envision a shuttle going up to space. You know, that's an artist. And I feel like in life, we're all artists. We all have our individuality. You know, in the martial arts, you have different forms and different styles. In life, we have different forms and different styles. You're an artist. The way you talk, the way you wear your clothes, what car you drive, how you write, how you develop your product, whatever, your videos. You're an artist, right? You have to visualize how this thing should look. So why not be an artist in life? You know, I always talk about living beauty. You're an artist. Paint a beautiful life. It's your choice. So for me, it's just that, being able to visualize something that isn't there and make it a reality. Not just a physical piece of equipment, not just training, but to see who you want to be in life and be able to achieve that.
Thank you so much to Tulam. I'm going to link all his stuff down below. Now, he runs an extremely successful business. He actually just got a new contract signed as well with Modern Warfare, where he's now the cover of the new Call of Duty game as well. And all of these things are all part of his business, part of his brand identity, part of what he does to create impact in this world, to teach people about the Bushido Code, about his teachings that he's learned in the military, and the way he combines them together. This is how he does that. For me, when we're talking about entrepreneurship and business, I always say to everybody, lead from something that you are passionate about, that you find purpose in, because you cannot go wrong. It doesn't matter if you're earning millions and millions of pounds, or tens of pounds, or thousands of pounds, whatever it is, if you're doing something that you are truly, truly passionate about. And if that is, you're doing it with passion and purpose, it's infectious. Like, people are going to see that, they're going to be inspired. It's going to have impact on other people. And so many people get caught up in the rat race of chasing the figures, and you lose sight of why it's important to enjoy being an entrepreneur, to enjoy the businesses that you are running. And if you are just one of those people who enjoys the game of being an entrepreneur, enjoys the game of the figures, then that's fantastic too. But it's about enjoying it. It's about really having passion for it and having a reason to do it and wake up every single morning. That's my 2 cents. That's why we are here. That's why we film these projects. That's why my family does this, because we love it. And with that being said, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who supported us at Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now get the Inspire Change hoodies, t-shirts, but also the brand new Memento mori poster, a poster that is reminding you that you are mortal. It has 80 years of tiny little boxes, and you shade it in into your life. Mine's shaded up till 30. I have that on my fridge, and every morning I wake up, I look at the time I've had, I cross a new box off, and I'm reminded how precious time is. And when I look at those boxes and I shade them in, I try and live each day as if I died tomorrow, would I be happy with what I did today? And that's how I live my life now. This has been one of the best tools for me. So if you want to get that poster, head over to Mulliganbrothers.com. Guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Jordan Mulligan Brother, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.